From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason here, Signature Esports, and a pleasure it is to have you here live and in charge for the Winston Throwback Series. This Wednesday night racing is going to be a ton of fun, and we're going to have some fast drivers, especially early on. Right now, qualifying somewhat finishing up. They're just getting out there. You're watching Kevin run a few extra laps here to try to make some things happen. Tara, thank you for the like. Mark, thank you for the like. Duffy, thank you for becoming a subscriber out there on YouTube. Billy, thank you for becoming a follower. Mark, thank you for the like out there as well. Let's see. I do believe the Coulter family is in the chat. Thank you so much. Mark, thank you for that. Anthony, thank you so much. How are you doing as well? Good to see everybody out there. Kind of started scheduling posts now. Restream gave me the ability to... they've had it for a little while, but it was kind of bugged, and now that I've kind of worked on it and kind of figured it out, we're going to start scheduling all of our broadcasts so we can advance, and you'll be able to get out there and like it before it happens and be able to be ready for it. And there's actually a few less settings that I'm going to have to do as well, so it's going to be awesome. Grijalva, there's the Grijalva family. Good to see you out there. Good to see everybody tuning in tonight for the Winston Throwback Series. It's a different kind of race today. Rockingham, the Rock on schedule. And here is your starting grid. Kevin Savoy, Justin Malarkey, Matt Magner, and Cameron DeRoe. That'll be your front two rows for this race. Joshua Brock, Richard Holland in the 35, the spicy man himself. Just got himself a pack from Tabasco, so that's pretty darn awesome. So hashtag spicy in the chat for me. Jesse Bunnell and Joseph Grijalva, the Mister himself, is going to be there in row number 4. Parker Weekly, Charles Garrett will be there in row number 5. Brian Farrington and Brandon Porter will make up row number 6 down. The rest of it, Donnell Williams will have Kevin Hunziker to the outside, and Michael Coulter Jr. driving the RCR theme on his team there for the number 3. Good to see him out there in 15th. Let's take a look at the race weather. That's what's going to be a big factor. 1 mile in length for Rockingham, and we'll talk about the track and the track facts here in just a little bit. The stormy weather is what's going to play a big factor here. Overcast, cloudy, very dark skies, and you can already see it. Normally, Rockingham looks very bright and very vivacious, and today it looks very, 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 very much overcast. 10 mile an hour wind will shake up the cars a little bit. 97% humidity usually means for sticky tires, but the hard braking zones here and the bumpy course might make this track a little bit free. 73 on the air temperature, and 71 on the air temperature, and 73 degrees on the track temperature at the start of the race. Kevin is going to be your race. He's going to be your pole sitter here. Kevin has quite the feat here. 4,813 points. He has an average incident per race 4.3. He has completed 4,557 laps for the field. Has 11 wins, 12 poles, 13 as of today. 22 top 5s, 28 top 10s. His win percentage is 36.6%. And has led 807 laps. Has had 129 incidents. That's a lot to take into consideration. Rockingham, it's a heck of a course. Opened in October of 1965, the track was exclusively reconfigured to have a high banking D-shaped oval just 1 mile in length. In 1997, North Carolina Motorsports Speedway merged with Penske Motorsports and renamed this track the North Carolina Speedway. Shortly after that, the infield was reconfigured, and there was a infield course added as well. So there's a lot that happens at this track, even to this day. Right now, Kevin's going to take him to the green flag. Only double file restart that we're going to have, a double file start we're going to have is right here in the corner. Turn 1, Kevin's going to be able to make it work. Rockingham, very low line, very simple racetrack for the 1 miler. Tight corners and maybe some wall scraping for the drivers. No fast repairs today. 6 sets of tires and Tell you what, the 35% fuel is going to be huge. An average of 33 laps per green flag run, and if they continue to make it work, then man, oh man, Justin Malarkey having a good season since he joined this series. Last week, got to talk to him. He is right there on the back bumper of the 31. I'm sorry, of the 99 to 31, right on the back bumper of the 99. Whole lot of running going on. This track is bumpy. Nose cam. Very much a huge groove line track. Malarkey to the bottom. It's going to clear Kevin, but look at how much this thing shakes just on the nose of the camera. Go to the cockpit view. Look at how much that wheel just moves on this ARCA Chevy. Matt Magner runs the fastest lap of the race last time by 24.31. Kevin drops back. Bunnell trying to chase him down in points, about 200 points off of the race. I'll get you the exact number in just a moment. But that is a bumpy race course, and Matt Magner trying to be next fastest in line here. Bunnell right behind him in the number 17. Gets to the inside quarter panel. Magner second for that lap, but Bunnell trying to be fastest here, makes the pass on the inside corner. Brandon Porter in the number 16 runs the fastest lap of the race this last time by 24.28. Nobody cracked the 24 yet. They did in qualifying. Kevin did that. Now, I talk about Kevin being a long-run machine. That's exactly what he is, and his pit strategy usually comes out and plays somewhat about halfway through this race. 6 of 200 being completed. Malarkey fastest lap of the race this last time by 24.18 for that driver. Travis, thank you for the like out there. Much love to you. Appreciate you very much. 31 is the man, says Nate. He is having it. He is having every bit of it right now. And he's shown exactly why. Thank you for the chats out there. Keep it lively. Keep it fresh. Keep it kind, of course. Malarkey, Bunnell, Magner, Savoy, Farrington. That'll be your top 5. Brian having a decent race so far. He's got the 6 of Cameron Duro right behind him. Rich Holland in my spicy 35, running that Tabasco paint scheme. He's got Tabasco everywhere. Saw some sneak peeks at some anniversary cars for some of the drivers that they're running. Parker Weekly having a little bit of internet issues there. Looks like he is in and out of the race just a little bit. Porter ran the fastest lap of the race and then dropped off a little bit. Malarkey still outpacing. First caution of the race is going to happen here. As it comes out, we will see what happened. I think Charles Garrett had an issue. Maybe he got himself spicy and turned around. Doesn't look like he has any damage. Excuse me. Just have to see. Caution. Brought to you by my friends over at NDNT. Nerds Do Nerd Things podcast. I follow them on Spotify. You can follow them anywhere that you like. I do enjoy their podcasts. They release every Friday at 8:30 a.m. Here is a little far chase on what happened with the 33. There's the 28 to the inside. Oh, just a little tap. You got a little bit sideways. Sideways enough there that iRacing said, hey, there's a caution. Not too bad. Just a little tight corner racing, incidental contact. And nothing big there. So that is what it is. Team Monte Carlo bringing you the far chase view there. Big special thank you to MR Racing, or Race Control, MR Race Control. We've got MCI Graphics on Trading Paints on the board for the Winston Throwback Series. Travis says it makes him want to go back and watch some of that old school racing. I understand that completely. The ARCA series I think it's a very underestimated series. I think some of the best racing that we've ever broadcasted has come from the ARCA series, from back in the days of the Thunder series to the Winston Throwback Series now. I'm looking forward to the Gen 5 series though, because I have yet to broadcast a Gen 5 series. I really like that car. So that is something I'm looking forward to. Winston Throwback Series is recruiting, just so you know. If you get out there and you see that, I forgot to play that video at the very beginning of this. We'll have to play it at the end. Yes. I mean, they are a tough car to drive. And on top of that, they can take a lot of damage. You know, they talk about the next-gen car and how they have that synthetic body and how they can take a beating, but I don't think anything could take a beating like the ARCA car could. And including even here on iRacing, the trucks they have issues with the radiators blowing up too early. The Xfinity cars can take a lot of damage, but they're very aero dependent. And then we've seen what has been become of the next gen cars. Malarkey, single file restart. Pace car is going to dive in. And we're going to go to it here. Thank you to everybody out there in the chats. Much love. Appreciate everybody out there. Coming up here, first week of May, we're going to have our annual 24-hour stream. Let's go, Justin. Jamie, how you doing out there? Green flag as he gets back into the throttle. Through the gears he goes into turn one. And this is where we start to see who's going to be able to make it work. Now, Kevin did come to pit road. Went ahead and got a little splash of fuel. Donnell Williams did the same thing. Michael Coulter Jr. as well. Joshua Brock tried to stay out just a little bit longer as well. So 12 of 200. That'll put drivers in somewhere with the 5-lap pace laps there. It should put drivers somewhere in the realm of between 35 to 38 for those who have not come to pit road, and those who are looking to stay out. They're going to have 9 extra laps on their run. So we'll see how that works. Very easy to go multi-laps down here. We've seen that in some of the short track racing. But right now, Farrington to the inside of the 77, trying to make it work. He's going to stick down to the bottom. 77 is going to drive into that line. He's back to 4th as Farrington is up 8 spots from the start of the race. Cameron Duro runs his fastest lap and the fastest lap of the race, 24:08. As they continue to run here. Cameron's stats. He is 1 pole here for the series. 2 top 5s, 4 top 10s. His average start is 9.67, so just around 10th. He has led 8 laps. Completed 1,060 laps for the series. And that doesn't include today's race. That is prior to today's race. You like it? 16 of 200. It's going to be a fast race for these drivers. I know 200 laps seems like quite a bit, and it is going to be wearing on the driver's arms, but for the most part, we're going to see these drivers just try to buy their time and take their time. Farrington trying to close some distance down to Malarkey. He passes Bunnell for second. And is doing a phenomenal job. Up 9 spots, biggest mover of the race. Driver off the most spots right now, Kevin. But I think that has everything to do with, he was in 4th when they came to pit road. And he gave up 4th for 5 spots to be able to have a little bit more fuel on his car. His lap times, though, about 0.3 of a second slower than the majority of the field, all except for Matt Magner in the 77. They're right about neck and neck. So that might be something to consider. 6 to the back bumper is going to be a drive line in here, as we'll take a look. Turn 2 camera coming out to the back stretch down the bottom line. The Thunder from down under, that is the Rockingham Speedway, 1 mile in length. Look at that sky. I'm going to put it on scenic for a second. Look at the sky here. If it looks like it's about to open up and pour. Looks like it's about to dump a ton of rain here. It's a good thing there's no red flag situations for the NASCAR side of iRacing. At the moment, we shall see what happens in the course of the next few months. Malarkey, Farrington, Bunnell, Matt Magner, Cameron Duro. That's going to be your top 5. Cameron was started 4th. Matt started 3rd, and they're both off the spot. Rich Holland right where he started. And we might see the spicy machine just kind of bide his time. Tires down to the yellow line. 71 of Parker Weekly right behind him. Parker in and out of the race a little bit there, blinking due to probably just a little bit of internet connection. I hate to see anybody blink or have any kind of lost packets, but I have noticed that since the surge of races have kind of changed when it comes to the subscriptions for iRacing. The servers have changed. Farrington closing down a lot of distance here to Malarkey. Malarkey had a 7/10 of a second lead. Now Brian Farrington able to make the 20 work. He's going to be high on the corner exit. Might drop in to try to make a pass here on the 31. 31 still carries speed on the front stretch into turn 1. 20 is going to be low, low, low. 30 is going to be right there. Comes into that area. Ooh, look at that surge of speed off the corner. Farrington keeping it clean. Rockingham must be his track. Up 10 spots, biggest mover of the race. Hunsaker had to jump to pit. Something happened to him. We'll have to take a look and see what happened here. Looked like he was blinking just a little bit there. He was just blinking. That's all it was. And he probably needed to get out there and check his internet connection. I can understand that. Go Grijalva, Evertina out there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Grijalva in the back right now. He's just trying to bide his time. He came to pit road with a lot of the other drivers. This is a tough racetrack, and it'll be very easy to try to loop it around. Some of the drivers in the back here are having just a little bit of trouble when it comes to getting themselves around. Looks like Kevin went ahead and called it a day. 2 up near the wall, little right side scrape for some of the drivers. We're going to see that here at Rockingham. It's going to get tight on the racetrack. So Grijalva in 14th here. His lap time's about 25 seconds. And I think that's going to be realistically just the drive off for the racers here. 24 trying to find a way to get around some of the drivers. This is the 33 of Charles Garrett driving the Skull Machine. 24, big surge off the race corner. Right there with the 2 of Donnell Williams. Donnell having a good old-fashioned slugfest. He's up a spot from the start of the race. Charles Garrett rolls to the back. Let's look at what Donnell's been doing over the course of this series and this season. Where's he at? Finished 5th last week. He's completed 3,917 laps. I said led a lap yet, but don't count him out. Season it's not over yet, but he's had 2 top 5s and 13 top 10s. His average start is 13.9, but his average finish is 1 spot better than that. So as he is completing some races and getting better with his craft, I'm sure that's all going to be good there. His average incident per race, though, is very clean. Now, this is the 32nd race of the series, and to have just less than a full incident contact, which is four incident points, that's nothing to sneeze at. Much love to you. If you're out there watching on all the platforms, make sure you reach up, hit that big old like button on all the platforms. Like the videos, comment on the videos, get the interaction out there. Brian Farrington, your race leader, took over the lead on lap. Oh, what was that? Lap 19. Sorry, lap 16. And Malarkey's starting to track him back down. That's kind of the thing. You could be fast early on. But what's going to happen later on? Let's look at what's been going on with Brian Farrington throughout the series. Had a couple of races here for the 95 to 2000 series cars. He started 8th and finished 16th, and he started 8th and finished 3rd. Those 2 races. That was Charlotte and Talladega. So Brian trying to close down with Rockingham here, driving the North Carolina tracks for sure, and then getting into Talladega. How did you guys enjoy Talladega this weekend? Did it live up to your expectations, or was it just kind of one of those things that you weren't really sure what to think of it? Tell me how it is. If you're out there watching, when I get done with this, I'm going to throw my Twitch back over to Mushu. I'm going to try to keep my channel hosted by Mushu for the duration of his week, because if I'm not streaming, it's going to be on him. He is doing something really cool for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. It's Make-A-Wish FTW, and it benefits the Make-A-Wish Foundation for those who are, for those whose final wish is to. There's the 20 going to pit road. 31's going to reassume the lead. For those who are their wish is gaming oriented, absolutely fantastic organization. So that's wonderful. So I'm going to keep throwing it. He's basically live 24/7, and even to the point that you could watch him sleep if he's not gaming. So that's it's pretty awesome, pretty fantastic, and much love to Mushu and all the folks there. He streams Tarkov, so if you've got a Tarkov bug in your ear, then there you go. Kevin picking up some spots as the drivers come to pit road who needed to come to pit road. Kevin's going to be out front over Joshua Brock by 5.2 seconds. And all the drivers that came in for fuel, they're going to come in for fuel and tires. They're going to be super fast, and they're going to try to put some time in between them. Grijalva up to third now, starting to pick up some pace. The more he gets into the track, the more rubber that gets laid down on this track too. It's going to play a big factor because there's going to be a little bit more grip and all that, humidity won't play a factor. That humidity being 95%, it's like throwing a sheet of water over this this concrete or this asphalt track, and it's insane to see. Kevin, your race leader, making it work. Hydrate time for everybody. Make sure that you go get you some water, chill out, relax, do your thing. Right back with you. Bobby, thank you for the like out there. Appreciate you so much. Appreciate everybody out there doing yourselves some justice. You can do this. It's a long race. Plenty of time to win. He's got it. You got it. Full send. Kevin out front by 6.5 seconds. Brock under fire by Grijalva. But Bunnell to the inside. He's trying to get back some of that time. He is out front of Brian Farrington. But just a little bit. Farrington, very good in the middle run. That's when he took over the lead once he got some wear on those tires. He's going to have a little bit of lead lap traffic in front of him to be able to get that time back. But now as the sun sort of peeks through, this cloudy sky is still playing a factor. 20 rolling down into the backstretch, turn 3. Fastest lap of the race. Well, the 31 just ran it, and he's going around traffic. Somebody's going to crack the 23.9 mark here. We'll have to see how that works. .41 of 200. Parker Weekly picking up some pace as well. Garrett 5 laps down. Looks like Charles is in on pit road getting some... sat on pit road for a little while. He's 5 laps down and maybe just trying to get something taken care of that car. Maybe fix something on his situation that he's got going on there. Parker Weekly into 71. Drives the corner here. Ooh, right to the back bumper of the 2. Of course, still needing to come to pit road. Grijalva, your race leader, looks to come to pit road this time by Donnell Williams, still looking to lead a lap as well. So he might be coming around, and he might, I thought he was going to lead a lap here. Grijalva into pit road. Might be on that cusp of just being out of fuel as he gets onto pit road on lap 43. Grijalva, your race leader, coming down pit road at this point. And we shall see. Bunnell will come around. He's going to take over the lead. About 0.8 of a second between he and Farrington. Cameron Durow is in third. Holland in fourth. Malarkey in fifth. Malarkey trying to get himself back around this racetrack. Had a little bit of a slower pit stop than the rest of the field. He was about 1.5 seconds slower than Bunnell. who came in for tires and fuel. Brandon Porter, the number 16, at one point hit the fastest lap of the race. Last time by, 24.40. Matt Magner, well, this time by, is going to make it a 24.51. Kevin, who left pit road just a little while ago, is going to find himself about 12 seconds off the pace, 11 and a half seconds off the pace. He's going to run faster laps, but not by that much. His last lap was the same as the race leader, 24.32, as Bunnell tries to cash in on some points here to be able to try to close down that distance with just a couple of races left in the season. Wanted to go back and look at their schedule because their schedule goes to show. Let's see, we've got Rockingham this week, Phoenix next week, and then on May 11th, we're going to have the Atlanta Motor Speedway finale. That'll be on May 11th. So we've got basically this is the third to last race. 2 more races left of the season for the Winston Throwback Series. And I've got 30. I need to make sure that next time I don't put 32. Today, this is technically the 31st race of the season. I forgot I did a kind of an all-star thing for them, so that's probably why I said other things. 47 of 200. They're making it work. And Farrington, who closes down just a little bit of the distance each lap here, has found himself in kind of an average mix here. 0.6 of a second to Bunnell. Malarkey got around Rich Holland here and is now trying to put the 6 under fire. Cameron DeRoe trying to get himself a top 3, but looking at the rearview mirror inside the cockpit going, I don't know, man. Inside the cockpit of Cameron, as the inside line looks to be taken up by the 31. Oh, don't hit the wall, buddy. Trying to keep it out of the wall here at Rockingham is probably the toughest thing, because if you run high, it's very, very, very tight on the corner. The only thing that you can do is just hold on. There goes the 3 of Michael Coulter Jr. He's trying to make himself a little bit smaller. Joe just gave a shout out there on YouTube to his daughter-in-law. Much love, buddy. He says, I want to give a shout out to to his daughter-in-law, Tina. Thanks for being there with his son. Miss you guys a lot. Much love, brother. Much love. Heck yeah, I tell you what, sometimes it's just all about family. 17. Trying to track down. Now, Grijalva came to pit road a little bit later. He's got some fresher tires, and so he's going to be trying to work around this racetrack. This is a fuel mileage race, especially with 200 laps. Grijalva trying to get faster here, but losing a little bit of ground. 25.52 was his last lap time. He needs to get himself high in the corner and then exit lower. Is what we're seeing is a second lane run for him. And I know that it might look like it's going to work in the long run. There's a better exit. Now he can come up next to the wall, get himself set up for the next corner. That's part of this racetrack. You got to brake to set your nose into the corner, because if you don't, you're going to drift up that racetrack. And you got to kind of drive 1 and 2 like Dover, which is one of the iRacing tracks right now. And you kind of have to drive 3 and 4 like it's the exit of Charlotte. Gets a little bit slippery. Farrington closing the distance down to the 20. We talk about Farrington being the mid-run car, but Malarkey doing the same thing. Malarkey 4 seconds back has had to rebound and gain back some of that time that he's needed. As Coulter goes around the 3 car here. 31 looks to go to the high side. 24 has a good exit there. 31 making it look easy. But it's not easy. It's not easy for either one of those drivers. So Coulter trying to get back on the lead lap. Looking to catch up to Joshua Brock in the number 1 car. Parker Weekly in 9th on the lead lap. Last car on the lead lap, and he's got about 14 seconds to make up here. Oop. Matt Magner, the 77, came to pit road on lap 34. Bunnell came in on 32. Brian Farrington came in on 33. And so Farrington right here takes over the lead. Good mid-run car. I think that mid-run, the first 5 to 10 laps, not great. The next 20 laps, absolutely amazing. And the last 5 to 10, maybe not as on point. But 3.5 seconds back is Malarkey. And now Farrington has got a little bit, a little bit of clean air here. I'd be trying to make that work. Joshua Brock goes to 11th off 6. Coulter Jr. up 5. He started 15th. He gets around Joshua Brock. He's running some fast laps still as well. 24.83, faster than the race leader, faster than everybody on the racetrack. He was the fastest driver the last time by. This time, Donnell Williams runs the fastest lap, 24.69. Now Kevin's starting to get into the mix, 24.60. As Kevin is trying to rebound. He's in 6th here, trying to track down Rich Holland. He picks up the racetrack over the long haul. That's what he does. Cameron comes to pit road. Farrington, your race leader, 60 of 200. They're making it work. A lot of pit stops today, folks. Going to have a lot of it. Redneck, I'm doing well, Redneck. How are you doing? Good to see you. You need to talk about getting in some races. For sure, man. It's all a bit confusing. It's all good, man. We'll get you all squared away. League racing is a lot of fun. We'll get you taken care of. I'm doing all right. How are you doing? Thank you for 2 months up, Redneck Love and Life. Thank you for the 2 months out there. Appreciate you for the tier 1. Appreciate you so much. The best community in iRacing right there. Perfect. I'm glad to hear it. I'm so glad to hear it. Glad to hear everybody out there having some fun. 20, 17, 31, 99, 35, 33 up into the wall right there. Charles trying to hold on to it. Those cars get flattened out. Goes to pit road. Able to get down to speed. That was talent. Farrington, half-second distance between he and the 17. Malarkey able to gain about a second over the last 6 laps. He's been able to make it work. Kevin into 4th now. He got himself around Holland. And the newer tires starting to work out. Bunnell comes to pit road. Looks like he's going to short pit this one. And Farrington's going to be there as well. Malarkey trying to hold on. Kevin might extend some of that time. He came in on 41, has 8 lap fresher tires than Farrington. Holland comes to pit road. Brandon Porter Parker Weekly coming to pit road as well. So the top 4 still out. Kevin, the only driver with the better tires inside the top 3. He's going to be in 3rd. Again, your pole sitter, Cameron DeRoe, runs the fastest lap of the race this last time by, 24.01. They're getting faster as they go because there's a lot of grip starting to happen. Malarkey closing down another 0.4 of a second. Malarkey needs a fantastic pit stop this time by. Ford Mustang is still a bit squirrely. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time to get used to that. Farrington, hopefully he wasn't speeding there. He kind of locked it down a little bit there. Oh, well, he's back in. Okay, he's back in. I think he's still in. Did he exit? Farrington was your race leader, and all of a sudden he's gone. Amar, if you're out there listening, did something happen to Farrington? We go woot on the tier 1. Thank you so much for being a warrior for 2 months. It's so awesome. And it's a lot about driveline. In And the official races, what you get, what's great about the official races is that you get the opportunity to somewhat use the drive line to figure out braking points and stuff like that, especially in your rookie and your D class. ARCA cars are in the D class. But after that, once you get into the trucks and the Xfinity and the Cup cars, it's all about finding that braking point, finding that speed, and putting in the practice. I tell people to use time trials and timing sessions, and your own practice. You can practice anywhere for free that you own the car and own the track for. So I always tell people to get out there. If you got to put in the practice, and it sometimes that means getting out there and just driving, 100 laps by yourself to figure out how you're going to get faster, and then looking up the average lap time by a NASCAR tracker. Just have some fun with it. 16 to the inside. Up into the 99. Got tight in the corner. Both of those drivers got a little bit of side damage. 99 is going to be clear. 16 of Porter, 2 laps down now. Is going to slow way up here. He was trying to make the pass on the inside of the 99 there. Definitely with some faster tires on there, some better tires and some fuel. We'll catch back up to Kevin. Know that he didn't mean to get that tight into the corner. But if you drive straight into the corner, that's what happens. Even if you brake, you're going to have to brake heavier. And you got to make sure that if you're going to make a pass on a car, you got to get into the corner a little deeper and make sure that you're slowed up and load up enough to be able to make that happen. The settings I told you to adjust to, it's your issue. Hey, perfect, man. That's what I really. A lot of that has to do with. There are some good videos and good general information out there for a lot of the what the iRacing stuff that you should be doing. But 16 to the outside, that's what new tires do. But Kevin's going to come to pit road. Hopefully, gets down to speed. He may have. Hopefully, he did. And that's part of it. You got to make sure that you take care of that and take care of each other and, do your thing. Coulter Jr. needing to come to pit road sometime soon, but he's going to be passed by the 17 here. So that lap he thought he was going to lead, well, that kind of holds. It's kind of going to hold its own here. Bunnell came on at 63. He's got the fresher of the tires. Kevin on pit road here. You don't want to find yourself getting into pit road and having those issues. Now, Kevin's going to leave pit road with about a half lap distance between he and Bunnell. Coulter Jr. still needs to come to pit road. He's going to do that now. Cameron Dureau in second came to pit road on 59. So he's going to take over second. Malarkey came in on 65. And you talk about long run speed. His time right now still about 0.8 of a second faster than Bunnell, and he's got about 6 seconds to gain. So this has been a game of catch up for him as Malarkey finally gets in. He had the fastest pit road speed so far, or fastest pit time so far. He was on pit road for 46.5 seconds, and then had a 13.95 pit stop, so just under. Just about a minute flat getting in there. Most of the other drivers a minute, 1 minute, 2 seconds so far. 75 of 200, and about halfway through this one. Another 3 green flag pit stops away from determining who's going to be the best of the best here. Let's see. First official race was you're running top 10. Someone wrecked you, and it does. I mean, and that's the thing. Accidents are going to happen. You're going to get into incidents. A lot of what iRacing is defensive driving. It's what that is. So folks, you just got to remember that sometimes defensive driving is quite often. Better than just being fast. You can be fast and consistent, but realistically, you're going to have to find your speed in the tracks you enjoy. I don't race as much as I used to because I got frustrated. I got into some races where I was that guy that you having a good race and you try to be consistent, you do what you do. So I get out there and race occasionally, but for the most part, this track is literally defensive driving. If you want to teach your kids how to defensively drive, well, here you go. This is the track you do that on, or not the track, the simulator you do on. Because what you need to do is, it's not about blocking or anything like that, but you have to have that awareness to say, I don't need to hit that car in front of me. How do I stop at 163 miles an hour into a corner to make sure I don't hit that person? Where do I need to go on the track? So there's certain settings I recommend for your best FPS so that way you don't drop frames and blink. And there's things that I recommend for other settings for as far as what the cars look like on the track. When I drive, I don't even have the crowds rendered, so that way I don't have to worry about that loading in every time. There's just things there's tips and tricks to drive better and to be able to drive faster, but realistically, it's all about consistency. It's about you and your setup and your wheel and what you need to do to get yourself back on track. Grijalva trying to get a lap back here as well. He's 2 laps down and is the fastest driver on the racetrack right now, and just ran his fastest lap of the race, 24.33, and about a second faster than your race leader here, and about 0.7 of a second faster than Justin Malarkey, who's right behind Bunnell here. Joshua Brock trying to do the same thing. He's trying to go back around. He's 2 laps down. He's got his pace strategy on. Donnell Williams right there intermingled with the race leaders, the 2 into the inside corner. Front stretch run. This is kind of where things get shaky. You've got some fast tires around you, and then you've got your race leader right here trying to stay out of the way from those folks. And the next thing you know, that second place car is going to be right there on his back bumper, quarter panel, and at turn 3 and 4, Malarkey going for the lead here as Kevin tries to be the fastest driver out there. 24.30, catches a lot of ground here. And I talk about him figuring out this racetrack. That's exactly what he did. Kevin came in on 72, 7-lap difference on tires between he and Malarkey. But Malarkey has had a little bit of traffic to contend with, hasn't had a chance to stretch his legs. And right now, Bunnell and Savoy, the 2 closest in points, now second and third for the series, 84 of 200. And that is the biggest thing. If you are not having fun on iRacing, just like any video game or anything you do in life, if you're not having fun at it, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. 99 to the high side, 17 down low. 99 is going to try to battle back on the high side here. 17 has to drive off on the corner, front stretch run. 31 is going to be there as well. So I drive the Chevy on, as far as manufacturers go. I just prefer the nose line. But for the most part, as far as speed and everything's the same. They're all set the same as far as programming goes. Kevin makes the pass on Malarkey, 87 of 200. And now I talked about these drivers being on different strategies. Well, Kevin came in on 9 on the only caution of the race, and there it is. That's what's put him on a different strategy, and that's what put him right where he is at. Matt Magner in the 77 trying to hold on as well. Rich Holland up 2 spots from the start of the race. He's in 4th. He's trying to track down Malarkey as well. Bunnell got back around Malarkey there for second. Now 0.3 of a second is the race for those drivers. Cameron DeRoe tried to do the same thing that Kevin did, but 24.54 on his race line. And I think that Kevin still hasn't hit that window where his tires have fallen off. Williams got his lap back. Coulter Jr. still trying to do the same thing. Coulter 2 laps down. Charles Garrett is 7 laps down. He is trying to work this racetrack the best that he can and manage. Lets the 71 go by. Special thank you to Amar and MCI Graphics on Trading Feints. You gotta look for Michael Coulter Jr. on Trading Paints, and that's MCI Graphics. You'll be able to find a ton of his paint schemes. He's painted a lot of the schemes here in this series, and he's done a pretty phenomenal job at it. Michael Coulter Productions on YouTube is his family. We'd love to see that as well. Yeah, the cars are the same. The hit boxes are the same. Do they push differently? Some say they do, but statistically speaking, I haven't seen anything else that says they do. Because the dynamic collisions on these vehicles are pretty much all the same. Very uncomparatively. So it's all about your preference in the vehicle. Yeah, that's what I see. That's what I've seen, and that comes from almost 2 years of doing this. Speaking of, that's what I was talking about earlier. My annual 24-hour stream is going to be coming up. We had to split it up last year because of the COVIDical that happened. So this year we're going to do that, and we are going to do that on Twitch because I can get longer streams on Twitch, and that'll come up next week, and it'll probably be on a race day too. I'm pretty sure it's going to have to be on a race day, so that way I can still do that as well. But we're going to get in a game. We're going to have some fun. We're going to do some stuff. Hopefully we might play some Tarkov for the first time. We'll see how it goes. If it works out, then it works out. It might be, to be honest with you, it might be Tuesday. We'll see. Yeah, lowering the tire pressure. So lowering the tire pressure, what it does is it sets the nose of the car. Remember, if you lower the tire pressure on your left front, you need to adjust the right rear so that you don't go around. Same thing with tow and advantage. There's a lot of videos out there on setups that I encourage folks to watch. Just a lot of fun. 3 drivers coming to pit road. Rich Holland's going to be one of those. Parker Weekly coming to pit road as well. Brandon Porter in the 16 doing so. Kevin's going to be your race leader and trying to hold on to that 2 3/4 second lead over Bunnell. Lap time starting to favor the second and third place drivers here, as Kevin, who's trying to work around the 1 car here, is finding himself to be a little bit slower this time by Joshua Brock, still trying to keep himself 1 lap down and not give up that lane to the 99. And that last lap put him roughly about half a second slower than what he's been running. Joshua Brock came in on 72, the same as Kevin. And look at Brock. He's still able to battle back on the high side. The 99's not able to close in that corner. And Joshua Brock still holding on. Trying to make it difficult. Not trying to make it too difficult, but he's trying to make sure that he stays 1 lap down. But the 99 will clear him here. And so that'll make it 2 laps. Oh, 99 into the wall there. Just a little right scrub there for that driver. Malarkey, Bunnell into pit road. Bunnell leaves pit road. Malarkey getting his pit stop taken care of as well from second. And the 99 puts the field a lap down. That's how that works. The one thing you don't want to see here, and I just saw some smoke. Holland left pit road and came back on, or left the track and came back off the track. So he's going to be a couple of laps down at the moment. But the only thing you don't want to be dealing with is you don't want to be dealing with the a caution coming out whenever you've got so many drivers this far down. Bunnell in second. Malarkey will be in third. He goes around the 6 of Cameron Duro here. And Joe Grijalva in 5th, trying to rebound his lap times as well. He came in on 74. 2 laps fresher and better than the 99. 35 to the back bumper of the 99. Holland will be 1 lap down now. Joshua Brock getting back to the back bumper of the 99. Still needs to come to pit road himself. He came in on 72. There's the 33 of Charles Garrett. He's going to make his way to pit road and is missing his left front tire. He's taking it to his pit crew and saying, here you go. Can you change this for me? Kendra, thank you for the like out there. Much love to you. Appreciate it. And then his tire just magically appears again. It's funny. Love it. Love it. 102. And Kevin trying to hold on. Joshua's still trying to get his lap back. Go Grahava, keep it up. Spare tire, right? That's what it looked like. I've seen it in the past. It's kind of funny. Bobby, thank you for becoming a follower out there. Much love to you. I didn't see that. Thank you so much. You're absolutely amazing. Thank you to the compliments. Thank you to all the folks out there having a ton of fun. I appreciate you so much. 99 to pit road. And this is where Bunnell needs to get himself a full sin kind of moment. And Malarkey. Now this will come, I'm telling you, this will come down to that last stint on where these drivers are going to need to be. So Bunnell and Malarkey, we're about a second off of each other right now. Malarkey, very consistent, very fast as well. Going to have to really, really push and hold on. Kevin leaves pit road, and Kevin just having phenomenal pit stops here. His pit stops, his drivability, and right now finds himself in third with a 7-lap difference on tires once again from the 17 to the 99. 105 of 200. I'm going to take a small break. I'll let this thing kind of be on exciting here and let you follow along with your drivers. I'll be right back. Little Miss woke up from her evening nap. Had to take care of her. So thank you very much to everybody. 17. Trying to track down the 31. That's Matt Magner right there in the 77. He's closing in on the 2 of Donnell Williams. Looks like some of the drivers starting to make some of their next pit stops. Parker Weekly, one of those drivers. Justin Malarkey right here has a 16 behind him. Brandon Porter a lap down at the moment. Matt Magner, the next driver that he would be looking at as they continue to work. Grijalva looked like he had an issue. Came off pit road a little squirrely. It's all good. Good to see everybody out there. Thank you so much for you all being who you are. You are all amazing. Kevin in the 99 still trying to track down these drivers. Took a little bit longer this time, but he's about a half second faster now, 0.2 of a second faster than Justin Malarkey at the moment. And 1.4 seconds back, 118 of 200. The drivers came in on 97, so right now he's got about 21 laps on those tires. And this will be, again, about that long green flag run. The speed to be where it is. Bunnell on the 17. Trying to track back down the 31. A tenth, a lap better is the 99 of Kevin Savoy here. Rich Holland, spicy. But 9.5 seconds off the pace of the race leader. But his pit strategy's been working for him as well. But 0.4 of a second off the pace of Kevin, but that's still nothing to sneeze at. Right now, Cameron, fastest on the racetrack, 24.28. And that's faster than Kevin. That's faster than pretty much everybody in front of him right now. 24.18 this last time by. 120 of 280 laps to go when they cross the start-finish line this next time. And the 31 trying to hold on to the lead. Good to see you all out there. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for being who you are. We're all absolutely thrilling and amazing and the best community ever. We'll make sure that we also send you over to, like I said, once we're done here, make sure that you get over to our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Signature Esports, and make sure that you kind of follow along with what Mushu is doing. Go over there, give him $1, give him $5, give him $100, give him however much you can spare to his cause. There's a link in his chat that he'll put up that you'll be able to take care of. But that's for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Much love to those folks over there. I appreciate them, of course, and always. They near and dear to the hearts of my family. My youngest niece had a Make-A-Wish. She has a congenital heart defect that she's been dealing with since birth, and they were able to go to Disneyland for their Make-A-Wish, so for her Make-A-Wish. So it's absolutely just wonderful, wonderful program, wonderful people, and I of course appreciate them. Kevin, half second back now, and lap time starting to even out just a little bit. So if Malarkey makes it work here, Kevin will be able to hold on to it. Let's take a look at some of what happened last week. Anthony Crownover won a couple of won last week at Talladega. Hope his move is going well. I know that he's moving from the East Coast to the West Coast, so I hope he and the fam are doing all right, and the move is going well. Malarkey trying to have the strategy here. 31 of 99, 126. 31 of the 99 battling here on 126. I'll make it 127. It's 0.2 of a second become the field here. Inside run for the 99. 31 will battle to the outside. 31 on Malarkey. Ooh, up into the wall a little bit there. Had to get out of the throttle. And when he did, kind of shoved him up the wall a little bit. Malarkey finished 18th last week. Since he started the series, he's got 5 top 5s, 7 top 10s, and with 7 starts. He has led a total of, as he comes to pit road now, he has led 94 laps of the 1,205 laps complete. Now, since he is on pit road, that changes up where the strategy is going to be. Kevin, his long pit run strategy is working out for him, 24.89. And the more that this race runs green, the more impactful that it's going to be. So it's all good to see when it comes to where these folks are going to be. Justin Malarkey trying to have the best pit stop that he can. Matt Magner right behind him. Bunnell in third is going to come around. He came in on 127, trying to short put himself and make sure that he's got himself situated. So the run looks like this. Malarkey came in at 128. We should see Kevin in somewhere around 136. If the math stays true and stays whole. But we shall see. It's a lot of time. If he stays out to 136 and then puts himself in roughly about 168, 169, he'll be good to the end. And Malarkey trying to do the same thing. Malarkey is trying to extend that, so he'll have to be looking at the tail end of this race, thinking, how can I gain just a few more laps? And I think that's it. That's a big one. So is Bunnell. They're both going to have to look at that. A full second between these two drivers right now. Reminder with the Winston Throwback Series, got to go to the ebuttkicker.com, promo code Throwback for 25% off at checkout. We've got a whole new system they just released. It's absolutely amazing. Check out their Facebook page too. Go to ebuttkicker.com. Again, promo code Throwback. Feel what you've been missing at Butt Kicker. MCI Graphics, Amara Race Control, and Team Monte Carlo over here for the Winston Throwback Series. We appreciate everybody. 135 of 200. And Kevin, Justin, and Jesse. Rich Holland in fourth. Cameron Duro in fifth. Kevin heading to pit road this time by. Has some right side. You see the crinkle on the right rear. And where it looks like tires have met right there where the 99 crease is in. Jamie, thank you for subscribing out there on the old Twitch Rooney. Or I'm sorry, Twitch Rooney, the old YouTube Rooney YouTube channel. Appreciate you very much for being who you are. Thank you so much. Malarkey trying to close down some of that distance. Kevin getting himself to pit road as the pole sitter. This is a great spot for him. He rolls in, takes some right sides and some left sides here. Might as well take all the tires that you can get. As Justin Malarkey full sends it around the corner here. Kevin's going to leave pit road. Probably some of the biggest gap that I've seen in the last two pit stops. As he rolls up to speed here. Rich Holland looks to try to close down some of that distance in fourth. Cameron in fifth right here to the inside of the three. Michael Coulter Jr. looking to try to battle back here as well as the good wrench number 3 holds on to 11th. He's still at 4 spots. Joshua Brock into pit road here as we see pit road getting busy for these drivers. Brock will leave pit road this time by. And a chance for these drivers to have a little showcase here. Charles, thank you for the like. That's the Go Racing man himself. Going to get a part of his new league. It's going to be coming up on Tuesdays and Saturdays for us over at Signature Esports. They are looking for an Xfinity Series driver on Thursday. I do not broadcast that one, but they do have that. I do have an Xfinity Series that I'll be broadcasting on Thursdays as well. That will be the Chop Shop Xfinity Series. A lot of the drivers that you see here are going to be in that one on Thursdays. Giving us 9.8 seconds to make up here to Justin Malarkey. His last lap time, 24:08, so the lap times are really holding on. Race leader from Scranton, Pennsylvania. Trying to get this win under his belt here. Going to need a lot of the time left here. You'll see the gap between the drivers. Malarkey trying to run faster here than he's ever run. Cameron DeRoe to pit road as the Fredericksburg native tries to full send himself into the corner. Brandon Porter a lap down. Matt Magner a lap down. Rich Holland, last driver on the lead lap at the moment in fourth, and he is 12.8 seconds back. But he is gaining. There's some gains being made here. Oh, hold on, Rich. Chop Shop. Mark, what's going on out there? Chop Shop in the house. I see it. Grijalva, I believe in you, says Evertina. Tina, how are you doing out there, dear? You got a shout out from the elder of the Joes, just so you know, if you didn't see that before. He's spreading the love out there. On board with the Spicy Machine. I love him. Gyro cam right there next to the wall. Watch out how much they have to plant themselves. Almost into the corner. Drives it deep into the corner. Gets a little lift out of it. Right now, Holland really trying to apply some pressure to this car. Something must be amiss with Kevin's car at the moment. He's looking to go around Brandon Porter, the number 16 machine. Holland's catching him though. 2.8 seconds back, 2.9 seconds. It was about 3.5 not too long ago. That's the look from the 99 and the 16. On our 2-year anniversary, folks, I will debut the new Signature Esports intro video. That's going to be pretty awesome for grabs for most, so that'll be pretty awesome for you folks. I look forward to seeing you all jump into chat. That'll be on Twitch. Should be Tuesday of next week. I do believe that's going to be the close to that time. Let me take a look. I want to look at the calendar here. Yeah, Tuesday the 3rd, so we'll do that. We'll try to make that the official unofficial, right? When we're done with Facebook, we will send you over to Mandarin Racing. But small streamer of the night, what to talk about here real quick is going to be Tybee TV. Going to be doing an intro video for him very soon. He is absolute a pleasure to watch and a great time. Gets in, does some sim racing. He's been having some computer issues lately, but he does get out there and do a bunch of lives with some real world stuff that he's been doing as well. So get out there and check him out. Give him a give his channel a link in the chat for you, so that way we can do that. Thank you to Mandarin out there for being who you are. Much love to you. He is out there playing an American Truck Simulator, so that's what I'm gonna like his stream. We're gonna multitask here. Maybe. Let's do this. One of Malarkey, 2.4 seconds back. Kevin starting to close some of that distance down. They continue to roll the corner. Hopefully you folks are having a fantastic day. I say he's a small streamer. He's got a lot more followers than I do. But I tell you what, the man is a hoot, and he's very community oriented. So you got to get out there. You got to give him a follow. I'd appreciate it if you did. Let's throw that in the old chat. Let's see. Joe says Joseph and Tina have a 3-year-old named Everett. Needs 2 more years to get him into karting. He's going to have a heck of a teacher, and of course he'll be sponsoring crew chief. I love it. I love it. Much love, much love. I tell you what, you get Everett out there and you get him racing. If I'm still doing this 2 years from now, which I'm sure. Hopefully I'm still doing this 2 years from now. If I'm still doing this 2 years from now, you reach out to me. We'll get him some SE gear as well. We'll throw it over there to him. You know what I mean? Malarkey 156 at 200. Kevin Rowland in the 99. 9.5. He was back about. Oh man, he was back about 10.5 seconds. He's closed down a little bit of that time. Rich Holland. Roughly about 16 seconds off the pace. Matt Magner still trying to close down some of that distance to him. Matt Magner to Rich Holland is roughly about 15 seconds, so he's trying to work it. Brandon Porter about 11.5 seconds to Matt Magner in 6th. Malarkey to Bunnell, 3 seconds. Justin Malarkey, ever since that last green flag pit stop, has owned this track and has ran some of his fastest times. Kevin getting a little bit faster. About 0.2 of a second faster than Bunnell and Malarkey. That is about where he stands, and he's trying to. I think he was trying to save fuel there, save some tire, because he's going to have to make this work all the way to 160 and some change. Malarkey needs to go to 166 for this to be, because right now he's 30 laps on these tires. This time by. Bunnell into pit road. Kevin on the pit strategy here. He came in at 135. At 33 laps would put him fine. So if he can go all the way to I said at 167. If he can go to 168, he'll be good. Malarkey into pit road this time by. Kevin's going to take over the lead here. 7.5 seconds back. And that will be how it looks toward the finish here. With no caution, no issue, Kevin's going to have it here if the pit strategy kind of works that way. Cameron DeRoe in 6th here as Malarkey and Bunnell are on pit road. Bunnell on pit road a little bit longer that time by. 21.70 this last time was his pit road time. Maybe trying to get himself a little bit more fuel in that car. Justin Malarkey will leave pit road. Everybody's a lap down. Kevin trying to close in on 1 and 2. Trying to put Bunnell another lap down. I'm sorry, he's on 3 and 4 here. So Kevin needs to go 6 more laps to be able to have enough fuel to solidly make it to the end of this race without having to take a small pit stop. If there's a caution, then we're talking fuse. She says, dang straight, that boy's going to be a heck of a racer, just like his dad. That's right. Culture Strong out there. How you doing, darling? How is the fam out there, Holly? 3, my side, 35's there. 24's are going to be there as well. A lot of drivers, multi-laps down, but 3 almost into the 24 there. 64, 164, 200. We're coming down to the wire here. Kevin's looking at a flat 30 laps here. I don't doubt it if he just runs the heck out of this car. Malarkey. 30 seconds to be gained. About 6 seconds away from Kevin at the moment. Trying to close down some of those lap times. He's about 0.8 of a second faster at the moment. That's Malarkey there. Banal, who left pit road 21.7 seconds off of the on the pit road time, 6 seconds longer than a traditional pit stop here. These drivers trying to make it. Malarkey, 31, needs to save some fuel. They're going to have to save a ton of fuel. I don't know if they can save enough. 35% fuel is not much. These are clutch moments. That's what they need. 167. Joshua Brock to pit road. Locks up the tires getting to pit road. You saw that little bit of smoke there. These overcast skies haven't played a factor. These drivers have really made it work. Now pit strategy, the big factor. Holland in on 157. Grijalva in on 137. Grijalva still needs to come to pit road for his final time. He's in 6th right now, 2 laps down. 77 to Matt Magner, all over the back bumper of him. Matt Magner came to pit road on 157, so 20 lap pressure tires. Grijalva will have to start thinking about pit road here in the next lap or two. He's going to have any stretch over the last 30 laps. 6 up into the wall right there. Malarkey trying to go around and get his lap back here. 99 is going to drop low. Malarkey way up high. 99. It's going to come to pit road this time by. 169 being completed. Kevin still your race leader in on pit road. We hope that he made it there as Malarkey comes around 3 and 4. 46 seconds down pit road at pit road speed. That is roughly about a lap and a half. There it is. Final time for Kevin with 30 laps to go. Malarkey way out there right now. Do not think he's going to be able to stretch 41 laps out of that tank. But if he can put a lot of time between he and Kevin, a chance for a stop and go might save a top 3 night for him. Or if a caution comes out. That's going to be the big factor here. We're late in the race here. Somebody's going to be battling for position. Somebody's going to be battling for time. Somebody's going to be battling for everything that they need for the end of the race. The 9 laps at the beginning of this race are what made that fuel strategy for the 99 here. And some clever driving. As it hasn't been too bad here. He can full send it if he wants to and not have to worry about it. Still a little bit of right side damage for the 99. Nothing to sneeze at. DeRoe into pit lane here. Holland still needs to come to pit road. He is put out. This is 173 for him. It came in at 157. So he's looking at a huge marker here where he's going to have to split this in half to be able to make it work. We'll see. We're getting there. Big clutch into the corner. 31 trying to save every bit of fuel that he can. "15 seconds the distance. Bunnell across the front stripe. What does he do into the corner? He's driving it like he stole it. Malarkey out front, 24.9. Kevin running fast laps here, 24.19. With 25 laps to go, 14.7 seconds to gain. And you need to know how much fuel can you save. Clutching it in does a lot when it comes to your fuel, especially if you can keep it up to speed. We're right on board with the 31. You hear exactly what he's doing. He's giving up some time, he is. But he's thinking about the long haul here. He doesn't want to have to come to pit road. Three on the bottom there. No caution. Coulter Jr. making a pass on Parker Weekly there. Now Coulter was on the bottom of the racetrack there. Nobody had an issue. Kevin, 11.8 seconds back, 23 laps to go. Bunnell, not far off the race pace here. 8.5 seconds to be gained. Your top five looks like this. Rich Holland solid in fourth. He's had a heck of a day. He still needs a little bit of fuel. Matt Magner came in on 157 as well. Brandon Porter did as well. Cameron Dureau is going to need a good night. He needs to have a good finish here as well. Donnell Williams looking solid here. Coulter Jr. having an issue. He is on the bottom. He keeps it on the bottom. 21 laps to go. No caution for him. Joshua Brock to pit road here. 6.5 seconds to Malarkey. You can cut the tension with a knife. Somebody's going to make it on fuel. Somebody's not. Don't give up, Grijalva. Grijalva's going to be good. I think his... he came in on 170. Seeing how many drivers he's going to have to get... He's going to have to pass here. But they're going to have to... Some of them are going to have to come to pit road and take a splash and go. Grijalva should or could have a top 5 night. Top 6, I think. We'll see. 18 laps to go. Justin Malarkey now has a whole lot of time. 18 laps to go. There's Bunnell, Savoy, 4 and 5.5 seconds back. Kevin can full send. He's good. He's got the time. 71 right there to the back corner panel of the 99. 71 having a little bit of issue when it comes to the blink, but Parker's going to go. Came in at 172. It's going to be the faster, it looked to be the faster of the two drivers there, but the 99 able to get in the corner. It's a little bit easier. Grijalva, when he came to pit road, I think he only took fuel. Maybe right sides. Malarkey 3 seconds back is Bunnell. And Kevin Savoy in the 99. 71 right there on the back. And 71 is just
trying to have a good drive off here. He's got some sparks happening there. MCI Graphics, 15 laps to go. And the strategy is, where do you go from here? Malarkey has just been saving fuel pretty much for 10 laps. And still trying to do the same thing into the corner. Trying to save enough fuel to make it to the end. And even if it's a top 3 night, it's genius of him to do. 31, 17, 99, mid-lane run for him, 1.7 seconds. I mean, he's given up a 14-second lead. Bunnell's driving the heck out of it, and that's all he wants to do. 71 to the inside of the 99. 71 drives down low, 17 up high. Now the 71 tries to close into the corner. He's going to drop into the corner right here. Hopefully he's hard on the brakes, doesn't lift up. He does lift up a little bit right there. 71's going to be right in the lane of the 99, and they'll be side by side. 71 having just a little bit of code issues right there. 99 goes for second. It's going to make that pass clear here as the 17 falls back to third. Now trying to have a good old-fashioned slugfest with this race, and is doing so very nicely. Brandon Porter to pit road. He's going to come in. 16 trying to go and get his last little bit of fuel. Donnell Williams in the 2. In 8th right now. Came in at 168. Took tires and fuel. There's Grijalva. Now, Matt Magner, Rich Holland. Hopefully they're saving fuel. 31 looking to be passed here by the 99. A 10th still left in. 71 gets around the race leader. 31 up into the corner a little bit there. Malarkey still holding on to the inside. Battling back is the 31. Into the corner they go. 71's going to be right there as well. 31 drops into the corner. 99 way up high up next to the wall. The drive off the line between the two. 99 will clear and lead this lap by just a little bit here. Linnell to pit road. 31, 10 laps to go. Kevin out front. Kevin would have, this would be his 10th win. Bunnell was going for his 8th. Coulter Jr. has a win on the series. And Justin Malarkey trying to get his first. Sorry, Bunnell was trying to get his 9th win of the season. 99 to the 71. Malarkey half second back. Needs to know he's good on fuel before he can send it into the corner. 31 drops in. 9 laps to go. Kevin came out of 169, and that was the strategy. And barring a caution here, that would be the winning strategy. Malarkey would be the lucky dog in this situation. Bunnell, though, will come around here. And a lot of the drivers I know are thinking, man, I should have came in on lap 9. Kevin, 71 of Weekly, trying to get back around the 99. Parker Weekly 6 laps down, trying to hold on to that race line. The 99 in the corner, 71 down low. 6 laps to go. Malarkey solid in second here. Now good on fuel, has the 17 with him. 17 up to speed on tires. 31 was saving fuel so much, I'm sure he's got some tires here still. As now Grijalva, who's in 9th, did not take tires, and I think that is his only issue here. If he'd have taken tires, it'd have been a different story. 5 laps to go here. And Kevin has had this one figured out since earlier on in the race. The only caution in the race becomes the caution that makes this race interesting. Thank you to all the folks out there, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Make sure that you get out there, when you're done, go to our Twitch channel, tune in. That is our Twitch channel. I want to send everybody over there to Mushu at the end of this race for a good cause. 3 laps to go. 99, 31, 17, 677. That's going to be your top 5 so far. Holland had a great run there. He was in 4th. And maybe an opportunity. He's still got about 6.5 seconds. He's trying to catch up to Matt Magner. Having to come to pit road that late plays a factor. Kevin holding on. 2 laps to go. We'll complete just one more lap more. So he let the 71 go by. Parker Weekly is able to make it work. Kevin is just, he's got the field lapped right now, so there's not much he can do. White flag waves. And the fuel strategy worked out. I talk high things about Kevin and what he does. And the decision to come to pit road and figure out the track at the same time, well, it worked out for him. 3 and 4. And for the 11th time this season, Kevin extends his points lead and wins the Rockingham 200 here on iRacing. Winston Throwback Series, ton of fun MCI graphics on Trading Paints. Our race controller. This one was easy. Only one caution for the drivers today. And we made it work. Charles Garrett, Brian Farrington, Hunsaker, all those drivers with the race early. Rock 27 laps down. Coulter Jr. 21 laps down. Weekly there as well. And a chance for your race winner to burn it down. Supercard 99 making it work. Kevin having a fantastic drive off. What a great race that was. Congratulations to all the drivers. Let's take a look at your race results in the middle of your screen. Savoy, Malarkey, Bunnell, that'll be your top 3. Duro, Magner, Holland, Porter, Williams, Grijalva, and Parker Weekly inside the top 10. Michael Coulter Jr., Joshua Brock, Charles Garrett, Brian Farrington, Kevin Unsicker. That'll be your 15 drivers. Thank you to Omar for being the race controller out there. Much love to the guy. Hopefully he's having a fantastic day as well. Let's wait for our guy to get up here and we'll have a little chit chat with Kevin. We'll talk to him kind of straight away. Kevin, congratulations on the race win here. That lap 9 pit to get yourself some fuel. Buddy, you made it work, and you figured out this racetrack, Rockingham. Ton of fun to drive. A lot of drivers thought it was going to be a little bit more slick than what it was, but you made it look easy.
Well, I made it look easy, but it wasn't. Yeah, that pit stop for that bit of fuel made the whole difference for the race. Gotta say, everyone ran one hell of a clean race to be able to go with just single caution that early and then stay green the whole way. And then just I got to before the last stint, and I knew I had to save a bit of fuel and did all the hard work on that. Not the last stint, but before that one, and that last stint I could just cruise as fast as I wanted to and just had just enough fuel, so just made my way up. And I saw Justin and Jesse were trying to save a bit, but I had 10 laps on them with the caution fill up, and I saved a bit more on that run, and I was pretty sure they wouldn't be able to do it. So, but yeah, I gotta say it's a bit of a lucky break for me because Justin and Jesse were really gonna be hard to beat. I could have gave him a run. We would have been a three car race for sure. Except I slapped the wall behind Josh Brock, trying to calculate things and just lost concentration and slapped the wall, and it hurt the car a bit. So if it would have stayed green, we would have been in the same strategy, I would have been back there a bit.
Well, I did see the little bit of right side damage there, but it played out, like I said, in your favor. 11th win of the season. That does a lot for your points, and so getting into the last two races of the season, pretty much a clean finish and a good drive will lock you into a championship here. But so a lot to be able to play it out here when it comes to the driver field and what's going to happen with that. But it's been a great season since I've picked you guys up and been able to watch what these cars do. I told the chat earlier that it just seems like the ARCA cars don't get enough demand as they should.
No, they don't. It's a really fun car to drive. I mean, the setup's a bit tight, and but it makes for really fun racing. The tire drop off gives it multiple strategies. You can try to push hard and get breakaway or ease off a bit, and you'll catch them back up later. And the fuel with the small fuel cells we have, it makes strategy like tonight. It makes strategy swing the race big time. And really, the only thing I would enjoy is maybe if we could get like a cup engine in it
Mm.
and get a bit more power. But they're pretty fun just like the way they are, anyways.
But you're going to get the Cup engine next. You basically get this car with a Cup engine next season, and that's going to be absolutely intense because that is a high horsepower car.
Oh yeah, I love it.
It's going to be fun. Gen 5's next season. Kevin, congratulations on your race win here, 11th of the season. Give your shout outs, my man.
I want to thank everyone watching. You guys at Signature Esports for making this possible. Broadcasting to everyone. To the Winston Throwback Series. Awesome series. Jesse and Justin, man, great runs for you guys tonight. Richard had a really solid run too. I could see him behind for a long bit. Don't know what happened, if he had a bit of strategy issues, but good to see the familiar faces up there.
Yeah, Rich
And
was all fuel.
ah, darn.
Hey, continue. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt like that.
No, yeah, that was it. Thanks to everyone, and we'll see you next week.
Always, it's going to be a ton of fun. Kevin, congratulations once again, and likewise, we'll see you next week.
Thanks a lot, guys.
That's the man himself. 99 wins it again. But I tell you what, Justin had a heck of a day here. I cut him off mid-sentence, and I apologize about that. Kind of just throw people around here in this old Discord channel.
Oh, you're good.
Dude, you had most laps led, along with, I do believe it's most laps led. If my calculator's correct, but then again, I won't know until it's all said and done. But you had a strong car today, and I was talking to Kevin about that pit road strategy. Everybody came out on lap 9 when that first caution, the only caution happens, and it makes the race. I heard you trying to save for a long time.
Yeah, I was trying to save a little bit. I needed that old Daryl Lobstrop extra fuel line wrapped around the seat 50 times. But yeah, it was a fun race with the strategy. It definitely was. All the different tires. It was actually neat. We kind of ran out of tires too, so it was really fun.
Took every pit stop for everybody to have, and it looked like Rockingham was going to shape up to be a great race here, regardless. This is the first time I've actually seen somebody set the overcast skies and saw the dynamic weather actually play a huge factor here. I thought the humidity was going to glass over the racetrack, and after that little stint, it just seemed like it was sticky.
Yeah. With the short fuel runs, it was right when the tires kind of started wearing and getting tight. You pretty much were pitting, but yeah, the track definitely had grip in it. It wasn't as slippery as I thought it was going to be. But then again, I guess when I raced the Cup cars, it's a little different with the horsepower here.
Yeah, oh yeah, most definitely. If they come back here again next season, with
I hope
the Gen 5 cars, it's gonna be wow.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to seeing that one.
it's a really fun track because you could be patient, save your tires, you can run hard, you can pull away. You could run the outside line in those Cup cars. I've seen people run up high pretty well. I didn't really see it too much here. I guess maybe with the shorter fuel, but yeah, it had to be a fun race to call because there was people out there on different cycles of everything.
I was doing the math about halfway through the race, and I'm like, all right, I know Justin's going to have to save. Jesse's going to have to save. And then I was like, all right, well, Kevin came in on lap 9 with everybody else. He found himself inside the top 4. He's finally figured out the track. He finally got his fastest lap time somewhere about in that second or third stint. This is going to come down to fuel. And we all know that I like fuel strategy races. And this tonight was absolute. That was exactly what it is.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. I was trying to get, I couldn't even get to halfway. I think I pit on lap 97 or 98, and that's when I knew. I'm like, oh, I have no chance to even save. But at the end, I figured, why not? I'll try it in case a caution came out or something.
And that was almost the case. It almost happened. A caution almost came out, but iRacing deemed it unnecessary to have a caution because it was below the racing line. So, Justin, congratulations on a P2 finish. You've had a pretty strong 8 races here in the season. That'll make your 8th top 10 and your 6th top 5 here since you've started racing with these folks. Congrats once again. Give you shout outs, my man, and look forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah, thank you. Definitely shout out to you for putting on the broadcast, the league for doing everything. I know got the aunt, uncle, family, sister, crazy sister. Was she commenting? I told her to make sure she keeps commenting. Okay. Yeah, so that's good. She likes when I call her crazy. No, we're close. She's just funny. I think my brother was out there commenting too under his kids' thing, so that's always fun.
Yeah, always a pleasure. And I won't ever call you crazy. No.
Yeah, she's probably texting me right now.
Probably. She's like,
gotta have fun.
I'm gonna drop kick you next time I see you. That's what.
Oh, and I have to give a shout out to my brother's dog because he had to get some surgery. So dogs are always the most important. So shout out to the pup.
Dogs are family too. I've got a couple to prove that.
Yeah, they're the best.
All right, man. Well, we'll see you next week at Phoenix. It's going to be Legacy Phoenix, so no cutoff. There's grass on the track. There's a whole lot of stuff. It's going to be a shake and bake session.
Oh, I'm okay. This should be fun there. No all grass, old school.
All grass, no grip.
For sure.
Justin, we'll see you next week. Congratulations on a P2 finish.
Thank you.
Man himself finishes in second, and then the guy tracking everybody down and trying to figure out this racetrack as well had the same kind of pit strategy as the 31 did. Still fast overall when it came to the track speed. Jesse Bunnell finishes in third and up from 7th on the start of the race. It seemed like just that pit strategy was the big factor here.
Yeah, no question. I knew we were in trouble there when Kevin ducked in to pit. Well, I shouldn't say I knew we were in trouble then. I knew it was a good move when he ducked in. I had no idea we were going to go that long without another caution. And that proved to be the game changer. I tried to save during the runs, but there's no way I was going to make up that many laps. So congrats to him. Great call. Good run by the 31. Great to see him running up front, contending for a win tonight. So overall, it's a pretty good night. Just not good points tonight.
Well, second in points still going in. You got 2 races. You need 2 full fields, and so I'm gonna start recruiting people to be able to make it happen for you. 2 races left: Phoenix and Atlanta. Still great tracks. Still opportunities for more points. But you've had a fantastic season so far. Even with 2 races left to look at this and go, you came back and really put together a string of really good finishes overall.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's been a great season. It's been a long season. I'll be glad when we're done, take a little break for sure. But I'm sure the wife will too. But no, it's been great. We've had great runs, won some races, finished up front. I mean, I can't complain. We're been fast all season. 99's obviously the car to beat, so he's the bar. We're all chasing. So we got a couple left. We'll try to get 2 more wins for the end of the year, and we'll call it good. But just want to give you guys props for doing such a great job every week, and hopefully after this season we'll see you in the future.
Oh, we've got you booked for your Gen 5 car, so we'll be back at it again. That's for darn sure. Always a pleasure, Jesse. And I know that you got to thank the missus out there because she was out there chatting as well.
Oh yeah, yep. Thank you, honey. Appreciate it. See you in a minute. Say hi to my mom. my aunt and uncle John and Lisa, I know they watch too. Sorry, we're disappointed with the P3, so that just goes to show you how good we've been running all year. Congrats to Kevin and 31 and the rest of the guys going green flag that long. This league's come a long way from when we first started. So congrats to all the guys, and appreciate everyone putting it on.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys do next season with the Gen 5s as well. You're going to get the same car, but basically high horsepower and able to be sent everywhere. I'm thoroughly excited about that. And but you guys got 2 more shows to put on for this season, and look forward to seeing what you do at Phoenix next week.
Thanks, man. We'll give her hell. Appreciate it.
Always. That's the man, the number 17, Mr. Bunnell. He's going to have some fun next week at Phoenix, regardless if it's for a win or for just a championship when it comes down to it. These folks, they're starting to have fun, and it's starting to show quite nicely that they're having fun. And I like that. If you can get out there and you can find a good league and you can race and you can have a good time, that's exactly where we want to see you. And make sure that you do that. Find yourself a good league, whether it's in the cars that you like or the trucks, or maybe you're a road series person. There's lots of leagues out there. And I encourage you to go to iRacing.com. Do your research on what you do. There is a monthly subscription. You do have to pay for some vehicles and a lot of the tracks, but you get a lot of stuff free to get yourself started. Give yourself a month and figure it out. Figure out if you like it. You can play on controller. I highly recommend you even go get a $70 wheel at Walmart that plugs in from an Xbox. It'll work just the same, wheel and pedal setup. Just to have that feel and drive yourself on here. It's PC only, and I recommend everybody doing that. Thank you to MCI Graphics on Trading Paints, and More Race Controller. Thank you to Team Monte Carlo, the Winston Throwback Series here for a good old-fashioned slugfest at Thunder Valley. And the Rock is finished for this week. We're off to Legacy Phoenix next week for the iRacing platform. I am off tomorrow, but I'll be back on Friday night for the Asphalt Outlaws iRacing Series. And then Saturday night again. We should be back for the Bash at Daytona for Goat Racing, so that'll be a ton of fun. Folks, we're gonna be lining them back up. We'll be back to 7 days a week very soon. Gonna make some changes and some fluctuations on some things, and try to be the best out there. We should. Or Thunder Alley, not Thunder Valley. Why did I say Thunder Valley? Because I'm used to saying that right here in the Midwest. So we should be back to good. We should be making the improvements somewhere to our stream somewhere around the middle of May. So if you see an increase in quality, thank these leagues for allowing that to be able to happen. But we got to take care of the bills first and take care of some of the debt that we owe to be able to make sure that Signature Esports is going to be in the red forever. That's what we want, and we want to be able to give everything back to. We want to start being able to give back like we had intended in the first place. So, thank you to everybody out there. Make sure that you tune in every single stream. Hit the notification bell, and like stream if you like it. Dislike if you dislike it, but make sure and you do something that I always say that you should be doing. Be kind to one another, and we'll see you in the next one. Much love.
From Mortar to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.